Welcome to another episode of the Black Brewers Podcast.
What up, what up?
I am Anthony as usual.
My name is Kevin Hart.
Wow. Really?
Yeah, man. We doing that now.
Okay.
We switching it up.
Okay.
And then who we got in the studio with us today?
Man, I am Beri, a.k.a. That Boy Beri. I am an Afrobeats artist, Afrofusion. I am from Nigeria, Cameroon. Here in the Twin Cities, represented by Job Penny Productions. My beautiful manager, Jocelyn Johnson, here in the building.
Shout out.
Say that.
Yeah.
Polars.
Here kicking it with the guys, Black Brewer Podcast. Just happy and lovely to be here.
We got the individual known as Phill on the Zoom because Phill is in beautiful Mexico on vacation.
Yeah, so we kicking it, man. Beri, great to have you on the show.
Definitely.
I know we connected a couple weeks ago, and so I'm glad that we made it happen.
I appreciate y'all
expeditiously get
That
you
was-
on the show.
Go ahead.
No. I was just about to say that's how real connections happen. Quick.
So how we met Beri was at our frequency shift release party. You can find frequency shift here at the Beer Dabbler and at our by the brewery. But anyway, we met him. He came out to our event and we met him there. Why don't you tell us what made you come to our event? What was the impetus for you to come visit us there?
Yeah, I mean, it was another night, just Beri chilling, and sometimes I watch the news here and there, and WCCO, I saw a couple of brothers have some beer coming out here in the cities, and it was a surprise to me because I was like, this is very great, this is very beautiful to see a couple of brothers, doing something like this. I'd never really seen before, so I said, you know what, I think I'm free tomorrow. The release is tomorrow, literally. So I was like, yeah, let me go out and support and show some love. And I came through, met you guys, told you guys how it all went down, and you all were pretty elated. But all in all, it was just great to be around a couple of brothers, that released their own beer, here in the city. Like I said again, it's very, very amazing, and you guys created history, and we're just glad to be a part of that, and support you guys in any way we can. So.
Word. Thank you, man. Thank you.
Absolutely.
We definitely appreciate it, and the fact that it all came together in like a really organic way is just goes to show, energy. People are attracted. Certain people are attracted to certain people, and so we are glad to have you in the building.
I'm happy to be here.
Yeah, first and foremost, I kind of wanted to dive in this first beer that we were talking about. Usually we start with the current events, but let's start with the beer. We'll get to that. Not much good stuff going on, so we'll get to that when we get to it. But first and foremost, I'm drinking the Falling Knife collab with Nouvelle. It's called Chill Factor. It's a West Coast double IPA sitting at around 8.5%, so get you where you want to go pretty fast. I like it. I don't know if you guys have had a chance to try it yet, but it's definitely a good one for me. I know some people aren't really into the IPAs and stuff like that, but I'm still drinking them. I'm less of a hazy guy, but I'm still drinking it.
It's crazy because last night I had one of those with dinner. So I'm coming in here and seeing like, oh, okay, yeah, I already know about the Chill Factor. It's amazing. It's pretty good. And I'm not a big IPA guy, but it's got really good flavor. It's got a good mouthfeel, personally.
Word.
We also have this beautiful Bohemian Pills from Geisenbrow. I probably pronounced that all wrong. But it's just a great Pilsner. It's clean, it's clear, and it's crisp. This is something you can just slam a couple of these and be good. What is the ABV on this?
Maybe throw some bratwurst
4.5. So it's an easy crushable beer. And then we have over here, what is this?
The St. Gale from Lakes and Legends.
Lakes and Legends. It's
That's
the
one of their
raspberry
beers
honeys.
that they had from the jump.
Yeah. I almost basically a flagship for them.
Yeah, essentially.
I have not tried that one yet, but we will later on.
Word, Beri, what you drinking over here?
I'm actually drinking the Bohemian Pilsner. Yeah.
Word.
I just literally took a sip and it's smooth so far.
Cool. I know it might be a little early for people to be drinking, but we doing it here on the podcast, so
That's what we do.
Exactly.
But yeah, so we'll get into some of the current events. I don't know if you want to take it away or if you want me to.
Go ahead.
Bet. So, most recently, there's been, despite the Super Bowl and I don't know, I guess there was UFOs and aircrafts, unidentified crafts flying around in the skies, government shooting it down, but they don't want to tell us what's going on.
They don't know what's going on.
Despite that, there was a major train derailment in eastern Ohio, western Pennsylvania border area. Lot of dangerous chemicals spilling out over there. Over 1 million pounds of these chemicals. So if you don't know, now you know. And take a look in that if you got family in the area, or if you live east or south of Ohio. Pay attention to the water quality. Maybe get you something that you can test the water quality and the air quality, because
It's bad.
they're not. Yeah, it's bad, and I don't think that they're letting on exactly how bad the situation.
Didn't they evacuate within a 100-mile radius?
It wasn't an evacuation. They said that the impact zone is a 100-mile radius, and so, you know, they are saying that the initial town, East Palestine or Palatine, had to be evacuated just, you know, pretty much indefinitely. But they're saying that a 100-mile radius around this town could be affected, and by that, I think they mean like air quality, water quality, you know, pets, livestock, that sort of thing, you know, elderly people, kids, stuff like that. If you're susceptible, if you got lung issues or anything like that, then yeah, you might need to take extra precautions.
Now, that town, is that a majority black town?
To my knowledge, no.
Just curious.
It's an old mining town / steel mill area. Eastern Ohio and western Pennsylvania has always been known. It's the Rust Belt, you know.
Yeah.
So that whole entire area has always been known to have industry going. And so even to this day, people in that area are 4 times more susceptible to certain cancers than the rest of the nation, and then on a greater scale, the rest of the world.
Yeah.
And so, yeah, you can, you know, stuff's going on, and it has been kind of going on in that area for a while. So just be mindful. And if you know anyone in the area, reach out, because people definitely need some help right now. It's an old mining town. It's an old steel mill town. So, you know, we're not talking about the Rockefellers. They can't just pick up and move. So if you see anything, you want to reach out or anything like that.
Do we know what exactly caused the train to derail?
Yeah, no. I'm glad you brought that up. Essentially, the rail workers went on strike in December of last year. It was December and November of last year. They're trying to fight for better equipment, better safety precautions, more time to inspect the trains and everything like that. But apparently that was kind of squashed, and the execs told them get back to work. And from what I was told, or from what I've researched, is they used to have, and this is almost insane, 2 minutes per train inspection. They cut that down to 45 seconds.
And those are toxic chemicals.
Yeah. So that's what we're talking about here. The almighty dollar reigns supreme, and so just to, you know, cut some corners here, you know, for some extra bucks, and then who knows how bad this is gonna be. But
And a lot of these chemicals were flammable, colorless gases like vinyl chloride, butacrylate, if I'm pronouncing that right. These are just like the 4 main ones. I'm not going to pronounce the other 2 because I would butcher them. But they're like colorless liquids, and it's known carcinogenics, a lot of them. So it's bad. So if you know anybody out there, send some shouts out. Prayers up for everybody affected by that.
for sure.
I just want to give a shout out to the Super Bowl. We had 2 black quarterbacks.
Yes, sir.
In the Super Bowl. Congrats to Kansas City Chiefs, but it was history in the making. We had the Black National Anthem sang again as well. We had Babyface playing America the Beautiful, and we had Rihanna over there putting down for the halftime show for the 2nd year in a row. The blackest halftime shows in the last 2 years. It was black. The Super Bowl was blackety black, man.
Hey, real quick though, that I don't know if I caught the national anthem or if it was the Star Spangled Banner or whatever the song was. The dude with was that Babyface with the glasses on? And
that Babyface
with the acoustic guitar.
Yeah, I call him Face the Baby, but it's Babyface. He's a beast, man. R&B legend. If you don't know about him, look him up.
Barry, did you watch the game?
I actually didn't, y'all. I actually did not. I'm not really a big football fan.
That's all good.
I watch the other football though. I'm more of a soccer fan, so
You watch real football.
yeah, exactly. The real football that you kick with your actual feet.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Who's your squad?
Manchester United.
Okay.
Okay,
Yeah,
man,
I kind of grew up.
That's
on
how I
Man
know
U.
you cheat in FIFA.
My squad used to be Barcelona, but this is before Lionel Messi. Samuel Eto'o was my dude.
Legend.
Hey,
Very much a legend.
Cameroonian legend.
Yes, exactly. Him, Eto'o, and then we all know Messi went there, and now kind of follow Messi to PSG. But I love soccer, man.
Oh, that's great.
It's a great game. It's a crazy game.
It
FIFA's
is.
crazy.
It
Trying to play
is.
FIFA's crazy.
they be falling all on the ground like that though. I don't like that.
Hey man, just don't do a what is his name? Zadine, old boy from America, a couple years ago back.
He got a red card at the World Cup final.
World Cup.
He lost his head a little bit, man.
Yeah. Another one of my guys though is Didier Drogba.
Oh man, Drogba was full of energy, man.
Drogba,
Full of energy.
Chelsea man.
Yes,
Chelsea legend.
That boy is a legend, man.
Big guy.
Yeah.
Do you guys know Haaland right now?
No.
He plays for Manchester City.
Okay.
You guys.
I'm gonna check him out.
Check him out. He's 22, but he's real tall. He's like Zlatan Ibrahimovic, but like better.
Okay.
Like has the height, the skill, everything, but like even way better. It's crazy.
5-tool player, basically.
Yeah.
Got you. Well, but let's jump into you, Barry.
Let's get it.
Let's get it. Go ahead. I know you had a question, Greg, for him. Right?
Yeah, I mean, I'm gonna just start off. I know that you are international.
Yes, sir.
With it. We don't really get to speak to many artists that have traveled the world and shown what they can do outside of the U.S. per se.
Yeah.
And so I'm just gonna hit you with a little softball question. What's your favorite place that you've gone? Because I've never been out of the country, my man.
Wow.
I
you sound but you guys sound like you have actually. Which is
well
crazy.
read.
Yeah,
well read.
I like that though. I like that. I was just telling Phill that because I was listening to a couple of episodes back, and that was one thing I really picked up. That I really love the variety of conversations and just the worldliness of of the pod. So you guys should keep that up. Yeah. But I mean, to answer your question though, originally I'm Nigerian and Cameroonian. So I've had performances in my hometown. I'm from a small town called Port Harcourt in the south of Nigeria.
All right, shouts out Nigeria.
Shout out Nigeria, and of course, I don't know if you guys are familiar with Lagos. I've had shows down in Lagos.
All right,
here in the Twin Cities, in Atlanta, in Texas as well. Recently in the UK actually. So to really say my favorite, I'll say the UK though, because the love for Afrobeats out there is really immense, and the people really gravitated to my music easily, showed me a lot of love. I performed at Smade Lounge, which is a really popular lounge out there. Got to meet a lot of DJs and artists who I can now call friends and brothers. So I would say that was my all-time favorite. But I love to travel and just show my talents everywhere I go.
The network has to be amazing when you go to different places and meet different people. So tell me. So I have a question for you. Mm-hmm. How did you get into music?
Man, I mean, I say this all the time, but just really singing in the shower, like that was that was kind of how it all started. Honestly, I can't make it up. I was writing poetry though. Prior to that, I used to write, I used to draw. As a little kid, just kind of exploring, testing out my artistic abilities. And one day, it just kind of hit to me, like I was like, man, you're good. Literally, it was like an epiphany, and I really just started to take it more serious, and then I started to combine both talents, the singing and the writing, and as well listening to a lot of old school music. At 9-10, listening to music like Lionel Richie, Stevie Wonder.
Hello.
I know, honestly,
right?
Honestly,
Stevie Wonder is the greatest though.
Yeah, a lot of old school African music as well. Really. Putting all that music in myself, and at 14 I had the confidence to go to the studio for the first time, forced my mom to pay for my studio session. Thank you, Mom, always.
Shout outs to Mom.
Exactly. And from there I kind of never looked back, and here we are. I met Jocelyn. I mean, the story is really long, but in a nutshell, honestly, I really just never looked back from the first time. Yeah.
Word. Sounds like you were in the right place at the right time for a good amount of stuff, and you put in the work to just make it happen. You know what I mean?
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, with anything you love doing, you have to put in the work. I mean, with you guys, I'm not sure. I don't think it was just one day that you just woke up and said, let's do this, and you're here. It took work and effort. Yeah. So, with anything you do, just put in the work, believe in yourself, and just keep going. You'll always make mistakes.
Yeah, but it's what you learn from the mistakes and avoid the pitfalls that make it so much more enjoyable.
Absolutely.
Let's get a Phill in here.
Yeah, real quick, cause we got a phone call coming in from the boy Phill. He's kicking it. Phill, can you hear us, bro?
Oh, I can hear y'all.
Hey.
Beautiful.
Yeet. What up?
Hey, tell him where you at, man, right now, man. What city and state you in?
I'm in Playa del Carmen, smacking on real deal authentic
Playa.
Pastor tacos. I'm in Cancun. I'm an hour from Cancun, posted up on the Yucatan Peninsula. I'm out here cooling with my baby girl, and we just roaming the streets, walking. I'm at my favorite spot where we can get 2 Pastor tacos for 29 pesos, and we jugging out here, man. I'm just smacking on this delectable goodness that look at these tacos. 29
pesos. What's that? What's the conversion?
I was just about to ask that.
If you look up there's a whole tray of like fixings. You get the tacos with the meat and the pineapple, right? Because it's pastor, so you get pineapple with the pastor. So they cook with the pastor, and they cook it all on a spigot. After they marinate the meat for hours, right? And then they cook it on the spigot, like Euro meat, and actually
like lamb.
Because actually originated from the Middle East.
Yeah.
So they originate from the Middle East, and they've had their effect on Mexico for quite some time now. Now we all associate pastor with Mexican cats, at least up here in Minnesota. So I've been eating a lot of these tacos because I've never had pastor quite like
Phill knows his meat history. That's
wild.
Man of many talents.
It looks good. It sounds good. I see your lips looking moist.
Very, very, very moisturized.
They ready to get obliterated. And then, but the dope part about these spots up here is food trucks have them. If you eat here, you get your variety of 3 sauces that you saw me endowing my tacos with, and then you also get like a whole little spread of like onions and jalapenos and habaneros and pico, and you can do like this potato stuff, and then I got beans on my tacos, and nice. Some places have different mixtures. Like me and my girl got these Beri tacos, and we had at this food truck off the side of a mart. All right, this little food truck posted up off the side of the supermarket, and best tacos. She still claims those as the best thing she's eaten today. We've eaten quite a lot today. We've had.
We can tell. We can tell.
So they got. Hey man, Mexicans know how to get busy with the burgers too. I'm gonna tell you that right now.
Oh yeah.
Like out here, they don't play. They do like these sausage burgers, and it was just jugging. It was just doing numbers on my with this queso and the good sesame seed bun, and then they got all these peppers and these sauces that you just garnish and adorn your burger with to create a crown of flavor.
That's called a torta, man.
And if you inside like Goku and Vegeta, it just goes crazy. It's nuts. It blows my mind. So now I'm just kind of the environment a little bit.
Yeah. Word. I see you.
Dope.
We see, man.
Speaking to you, Greg, on the 29 pesos. 29 pesos is about.
Finally.
Okay, so 90 pesos is about $5. 92 pesos equals to about $5.
Let's get it.
You got $1.
Let's get it.
Like $3 for those.
You do the math. So you cut that by a third. You're looking at what's it, like $1 something for a taco or something roughly around there?
Like $1.50.
Probably even less, honestly.
Okay. Y'all can crack the calculator if you want to crack it.
Bro, you can't find some random person on the street that we could talk to real quick?
He's in a restaurant. Or the spot.
I'm just playing with you, my.
Imagine him going outside like, yo, speak to my
Phill,
man.
So you had buns with seeds? My seeds have no buns. Or my buns have no seeds.
Yeah.
Your buns have no seeds?
You know that reference.
I'm not eating your buns. Let it be to the good Lord upstairs that I'm not eating your buns.
Please don't.
Let's shit, my
So-
boy.
I'm grateful.
We got about 4 minutes before this cuts off on us, so we just want to tap in with him. But I think Anthony's got one more thing for you real quick.
Do you have any questions for Beri? while you're over there smashing
you from
on some
Nigeria.
great food.
And you do Afro punk or Afro beats and whatnot.
Afro
People
beats,
love
yeah.
that stuff, man. Where can they find your music?
Absolutely. You can find me on, first of all social media platforms at That Boy Beri. That's ThatBoyBeri. And all of my music is on all music streaming platforms: Apple Music, Spotify, Audiomack, SoundCloud. I have a website, thatboyberi.com as well. So, I mean, I'm everywhere. That Boy Beri, type it in.
That Boy Beri, don't forget.
You can't miss it. You can't miss it.
I love it, man.
Yeah.
We're gonna probably put that up and we're gonna walk back to the hotel and sit down for a little bit and get some water in us.
Yep.
So I think we might turn on when we play the tunes for the room.
Yeah,
That's
man.
what's up.
Play, blast it out there. Blast it out there. Perfect
Coming up,
place.
man.
Perfect place.
Bet, bro.
I think music will mix the vibe of the area we're in right now because the sun is bursting.
Mm-hmm.
Melanin is coming back to me.
The sun is bursting.
Like when T'Challa got back with his powers after a Killmonger
That's how you feel?
laid him out for a little bit. I'm
Hey,
feeling it coming back,
hey.
and it's running through my veins. And as I walk the streets in my tank top, it is circulating throughout.
That's
my
great, man.
Melanin and it's feeling good. Like my glow is increasing. When I come back, I'm gonna pass them off to you. Like just how the basketball that Muggsy Bogues touched, Anthony. For you specifically, you're gonna be feeling
Yo,
like
this man is
you're gonna be catching the waves. And then Greg gonna be looking like Charles Barkley when he hit the ball again.
Hey.
We're gonna take it. We're gonna all receive it well, man.
Just let
Oh, yeah.
your soul.
Yeah, I can't wait to see y'all again.
Oh shit, man.
Well,
Hey.
I can wait 2 weeks to see y'all again. But
Love you, bro.
I appreciate y'all. I hope y'all be safe and enjoy the rest of the show.
Yeah, thank you. Thank you for chiming in with us, man. You didn't have to do that. You on vacation, but thank you, bro.
Have a good one, man. Enjoy Valentine's Day with your lady.
When it comes to the pod, bro, the work is there. We finna bust a jug on it. Okay, you feel me? We don't stop. We finna world domination.
Go
That's
crazy,
that.
bro.
Love you, man.
All right, man. Have a good rest of your trip, brother.
Peace.
I will.
Oh
shit. Didn't mean to cut you off like that, Bear, but we'll get back into
it's
you
all
a
good.
little bit.
Feels a foodie, man. Now I'm hungry. You know what I'm saying?
He's always eating.
Honestly, that man is always eating and he's always late.
Yeah.
Those are the two
Yeah.
things I know most
Phill.
about this dude. For real.
I call him the Minneapolis resident slangologist. Like,
Yeah.
he's our slangologist here.
I need some new slangs. I definitely need
Talk to
some new
Phill.
slangs.
Gotcha.
Yeah. No, he'll keep you right for sure.
He will go on a soliloquy.
But going back to you musically, I know you primarily do Afrobeat stuff
Yeah.
now, but were you ever rapping or doing like other things or?
Absolutely. I mean, I still do. I still rap. I still make R&B music. Honestly, I really started making Afro beats only later on in my career, because even though I grew up in Nigeria mostly and was in and around those vibes, I still kind of had to make sure I somewhat at least perfected the craft.
Yeah.
I mean, I'm still on that journey to perfection in a way, but I still had to kind of learn, step by step. So yeah, I really started making R&B music, playing the guitar, rapping, and eventually that transitioned. And I still make rap music, R&B, and that's all going to be a part of my mixtape / album that will be coming out soon.
Definitely.
Yeah.
You're gonna have to throw us an early copy so we can throw it on the pod.
Definitely.
We will have to be at the release party for sure.
You took the words out of my mouth. You took, and
support.
funny enough, this is just off the dome, but I think you guys, we could find a way with how we could collab. I would love for you guys to host some events or something like that, because I feel like we just bounce off each other very well, and I feel like you guys already know me in a way before even knowing me. So I feel like with Jocelyn and all of us, we can really come up with some dope ideas together.
Could I do like a DJ drama kind of thing? I would be screaming all over the tape.
Man, anything, bro. Anything. Look, I'm ready for any kind of collaboration. So
Word.
Basically,
let's get it
like,
going.
Do you want people singing all over your album? Dancing all on the video?
We coming in with that for sure. But yeah, no, that's dope, man. Like, just having a wider range. You mentioned playing the guitar, things like that.
Yeah.
I've always found, because because like I've dabbled in music and stuff like that. I've never like pursued it, but it's always nice to have like an array of things that you can do to be versatile and stuff like that. And so I love it.
Absolutely.
Another question: who are some of the, besides you said Stevie Wonder and you said another artist? Who are some of
Richie.
Yes.
Yeah.
Who are some of the artists in Afrobeat that influenced you?
Burna Boy is a huge influence.
Burna.
Yeah, he's from my city, of course. So there's no other way than to look up to him. Wizkid as well, such a big influence, you know, and as well Fela Kuti, a legendary artist. I'm sure you're okay. I can see you guys are aware. So I love Fela Kuti's music, you know, even his sons as well.
Femi and
Sean and Femi. Yeah, I saw Femi when he came here at the Cedar. I really love his music, and you know, when you start to listen to my music more, you really see a lot of those influences there. So those are just a few names, you know, that I've listened to. But I listen to a wide variety of music, honestly. Yeah. Zombie. Okay, I see your top 10.
So Fela is my dude, and a Kute Ransom.
Yes.
Shout out.
Yes.
So who would be your dream collaborations musically?
Wow. I mean,
like if everything worked out the way that you envision it, and it's like, yo, you in the studio and they like call this person, they could be here in 10 minutes.
Top 3, honestly, Drake, Burna Boy, and Wizkid. I mean, those are really like my top 3 artists that I would love to work with. I mean, I've always looked up to them, so it'll be an honor, you know, to just be in the same studio with them, vibe with them, you know, share ideas. So those are the 3 people I really see myself working with. And, you know, I have a wide plethora of artists I love to work with and even just write for too, because I love to write too. So
the writing aspect, I feel like a lot of people forget about that musically. Like the component, it's not all about the performance side of it, but like writing the records and how many people a lot of times are involved in touching a record before it becomes, you know, a smash hit or whatever. You'd be surprised, you know, I mean, I know not you, but a lot of people would be surprised seeing how many people actually touch that record along the way.
Absolutely. You know, everything great needs work, you know, needs timing, and sometimes most times really more than one head, you know, creates something even much greater. You know, one person can make something great, but 2, 3, 4, 10, even 12 people can make something even much greater. So
a lot of people don't know there's money in writing. Songwriting,
a lot.
Songwriting,
a lot of money.
Look at the dream.
A lot of money.
Yeah.
The dream. That boy got 100 million.
Yeah.
He ain't barely even on TV, or you know, he had his run, but
the dream.
Rodney Jerkins back in the days. There's so many writers.
Yeah.
Like you said, Stevie Wonder, Lionel Richie,
Akon, Ed Sheeran as
Akon,
well.
Akon's killing
Ed Sheeran has written a lot of popular pop records that we know, you know, from Taylor Swift to Justin Bieber, you know, a lot of those. So
I know you mentioned Drake. You don't want to end up in that OVO situation, though. he be chewing them up and spit them out over there.
You know, no,
shouts out Drizzy, but I'm just saying.
Absolutely, you know, I'm aware, honestly, you know, as artists, you know, that's my favorite artist, but, you know, you got to be aware. For me, honestly, I would love to have my own, you know, kind of situation, too, where I sign artists, but I would definitely give them the freedom to do, you know, whatever they want and however they want to work. And, you know, I study the game a lot, honestly, and my manager, of course, you know, gives me a lot of knowledge and understanding on the industry. So we're very aware of everything going on, and you know, we try to, you know, just be ahead at least, you know, because honestly, in this game, it's kind of like, let me just find a way to not the least way to get fucked over, because honestly. It's not like you would eventually get fucked over, but how can I avoid this to the T? You know what I'm saying? So, and as well, honestly, mistakes will always happen, but Justin and I were even having this conversation recently where she said she doesn't even see them as mistakes anymore, because you end up learning from there and taking a lesson. So
lessons and blessings.
Everything is, you know, everything is meant to happen. So just take it in, enjoy the journey, and you know, learn from experiences.
Yeah.
Word. Yeah. One of my last things that I want to ask you really was during the pandemic. I understand that was like tough for artists, especially artists that are you know moving around, performing, they're used to a certain sort of lifestyle and schedule. How was that for you getting through the pandemic? And were you more of like I'm gonna sit back and just write, or make music, or were you like kind of just like, damn, I need to get up out of here? Like,
man, I hate sitting at home, man. I hate it. Like, I don't like being at the house. For the first maybe couple of months, it was a lot of that. You know, I really started to work out, honestly, during the pandemic. That was when I started to kind of take that a lot more serious, working out at the house, because of course the gyms were closed.
Yep.
You know, just riding my bike outside, walking around the lake, you know, until we kind of got the leeway to move around, and then we were prepared to make those moves. But I mean, prior to that, we had Zoom interviews. We had Clubhouse that kind of just popped off around that time. So we were very active on socials, very, very active, and made a lot of connections that till this day, you know, have manifested into something great. So we're very active on socials and still very conscious of the platforms that we can use to promote the music. So, you know, it was great in a way, to be honest, to be able to have that. And now you can combine that with of course, moving around, to add to the arsenal.
Facts. Yeah. That's very intelligent right there. It's like, it was something that we were placed in, and nobody really knew exactly how to deal with it at the time, because it's, you know, the way the world works now is unheard of. And so to use what you learned and these tools that we were essentially given, and then, you know, keep incorporating them. That's the way it's supposed to be done, for sure.
Yeah.
So I got a question, Beer.
Let's go.
What got you into craft beer?
Craft beer,
like taproom beers, or
man. I mean, I seen people. I mean, growing up in Nigeria, I mean, people drink a lot of beer. Honestly, it's the three main ones, probably like Heineken,
I was about to say Heineken,
Star, you know, Guinness, you know, probably Gulder. I don't really see Gulder here, but I don't know if you guys are familiar with Gulder. But
I've heard of it.
I wasn't really necessarily a
Tusker,
fan.
no Tusker.
Nah.
Okay.
I wasn't really a fan. Like, honestly, my preference is dark liquor. You know, I'm more of a Hennessy type guy.
Hey.
Black Label Hennessy's fine.
I like whiskey as well, but you know, beer really is smooth. Honestly, I won't lie. When especially when it's cold, and like you said, having it with a meal, that's really when you get the best effect. So, you know, beer is something good to eat, you know, swallow down, and really pushes. It's a great feeling, man. I can't explain it to you. Really have it yourself.
I know what you mean, like a big sip of beer after eating like a hot dog.
You seen them commercials, like when they literally sip and it's like,
yeah. Nah,
it's refreshing.
Literally, it's refreshing. So, I mean, you know, here and there, especially, I can see why during sports games people drink beer, because it's like, you're not necessarily going over the top, but you're like right there. So it's a good, you know, it's a good balance. But, you know, it's also like a good way to mingle and, you know, connect with people as well. So,
well, you said it's hard to get like off your square on just drinking beer unless you're just going ham with it. Yeah. But like, we're gonna have to go to a Twins game, because there's not many better feelings in a June, July summer day sitting at the stadium.
Wow,
you got a beer.
We gotta do that.
Yeah,
hot dog.
Yeah, we're gonna have to do that. Yeah, because it completes the vibe, if you know what I mean.
Yeah. I'll love to do that with you guys. Probably even go to a Minnesota United game too as well.
Hey,
I've wanted to go. I
need to go to.
I haven't been to. I haven't been to one either. Yeah.
My girl went to one. I have not been to one.
Neither.
The last soccer game I went to was AC Milan and Tottenham at US Bank.
Oh, when they had a friendly here.
Yep. Yeah, that was the last one I went to, but I haven't been to Allianz yet. So
the Allianz is pretty.
Forget the Twins game. We just go to Allianz. We could do the same.
I heard they got great food over there. That's the reason why I want to go.
I love food. I'm sure Phill will know that.
Yeah, he would know. Definitely.
Yeah, Phill gonna get us in trouble though. When I went to a Twins game with this fool, and he fell asleep. He missed a walk-off home run. He was sleeping in the stands. It was terrible.
What?
Yeah.
Was it hot?
It was the perfect weather, bro. It was like 73. The breeze was coming through. I looked over. This dude was sleeping
at the stadium.
I mean, it happens, honestly. I won't even lie. I've definitely been there.
But
he woke up to the fireworks. You know they do fireworks.
Yeah.
He woke. He was like, "What's going on?" I was like, "Bro, you just missed like
Explosion,
the most
explosion.
epic thing ever."
He got way too comfortable.
Yeah, you know,
Way too comfortable.
It was, you know, hanging out, smoking a little flower and this and that.
Yeah.
Not in the stadium, but you know, outside. The
I was about to
before,
say, we're in
you know.
the stadium.
I mean, you know,
There's ways.
I mean, honestly, I've seen things. I've seen things.
There's a will, there's a way.
But yeah, man. I think we should go on to the mental health check.
Well, I got a couple more things real quick I'm gonna ask Barry.
Okay,
Let's go for it.
What do you like to do when you're not doing music? What's a hobby, something that brings you joy?
I love to play video games.
Nice.
FIFA. That's honestly all I play.
That's what's up.
That's all I play. I love to meditate. I love to take walks, travel. Honestly, I would be traveling a lot if I had the funds. But I love to travel, explore, see new places. I love to read. I love to watch movies here and there. And study. I like to study. I like to work out. I like to do a lot of things, honestly. I really like to, especially more recently, because maybe in the past I didn't really have a lot of tools, but a lot more recently I love to do a lot of outside activities and also try new things. At the gym recently, I actually recently started learning to box.
Nice.
Yeah. So that's something that's been challenging me. I like to take risks and challenges, push myself as well. And,
Yeah, so just in case you try to run up, you got hands.
Exactly. No, for real. And as well to just, mentally too, it helps me to
Focus and shit.
focus, and push myself, because a lot of times where you might feel like you can't maybe necessarily go, but just talking to yourself and encouraging yourself to go would really add maybe that little 2% that's necessary. And breathing as well, something that helps me a lot, especially more recently too. To be honest, I've kind of been seeing how I can combine my breathing in the gym, and I find that when I actually take the breath in before I exert, and then I breathe out from my mouth when I actually do that force, I don't necessarily feel the pain. And I've been seeing how that helps me as well, just in my day-to-day life. I know that may not maybe make sense to a lot of people, but breathing in general is good.
Definitely.
It makes perfect sense.
Definitely.
Yeah.
Phil's
Yeah.
is big into that. You need to talk to him about that because he's like super into just consciously breathing and drawing breath with intention.
Yeah,
And
honestly.
Intentionality. It's just being
Facts.
intentional in your body, in your breath. And I'm sure the breathing techniques probably helped you in music.
Absolutely. Just in my in the way I sing, the way I project, the way I vocalize things. My vocal coach definitely has taught me a lot of breathing techniques that I use. My manager as well, my life coach. I mean, so many things. I mean, even just when running, I mean, honestly, it applies to everything.
Yeah.
You really can't do without it, and it's also just a way of staying aware and conscious, because it's like, if I can really focus on this little thing that isn't really little, but if I can just place my focus on this one thing, how that kind of trickles down to other aspects of your life it's really beautiful, So
yeah,
That's what's up.
breathe, everybody, breathe.
Be
and
intentional.
drink water too.
Yeah.
'Cause
Yes.
Some of y'all be walking around here not drinking no water, no nothing. Just
Honestly,
Messed up.
drink
yeah,
water.
man, drink some water. You gonna feel better. I promise
Yeah.
you.
Definitely.
Yeah.
I promise you.
So let's get into the mental health checkout. Barry, how are you feeling mentally? How are you doing?
Man, honestly, I feel great. I feel elevated, and there are there are places that I've been that I don't think I ever want to visit again.
Understand.
I've been down, honestly, and I just thank God for where I am right now. I know I can be in a much better place, but at the same time, I'm very grateful for where I'm at right now. A lot of credit, goes to my manager and just my mom as well. Just being there for me. It hasn't been easy the last couple of years. Just to give you guys a little explanation, been into school, out of school, going through battles as the first son, what I'm saying, even though sometimes you shouldn't think of things in that sense, but I feel like as Black and African men, period, there's this sense of wanting to take charge and wanting to lead and all that. So pressures of that, pressures in the world, coming to America, balancing, finding ways to balance wasn't really easy at first, but the last maybe 2, 3, 4 years, I feel a lot more encouraged to really do what I want to do, be who I want to be, without necessarily feeling like I owe it to anybody to be a certain way. So in a nutshell, I feel great, and I want to be able to use that in my music to show people that, look, I've been here and I know you may be there now, but things will eventually get better. Just keep enjoying the journey.
That's beautiful. It's one of those things, like, we kind of take it for granted in this country that people are down bad everywhere. And state of mind and mindfulness is something that we all should practice more. And this is why we do these mental health check-ins with each other. Because, as Black men, we're forced in these boxes a lot of times. And damn the fucking boxes, honestly. If you're going through it, you're going through it. And, there's nothing wrong with reaching out for help, asking for help. There's nothing wrong with being emotional. There's, we've all talked about mental health journeys on the show in different times. But speaking of me mentally, man, I would say I'm relieved. It's been crazy the last 3 weeks with all the stuff going on between anniversary week and the podcast. So the last week has been kind of reflection about things and just getting back to my center. Getting back to just being the fun, jovial guy I am. It's not like I wasn't, but it was a lot of stress. And so now I've let a lot of that go, and I'm in a much better place. And I'm feeling really good, man. Like Nina Simone said, I'm feeling good. What about you, Greg?
Yeah, I mean, I'm in a similar boat as you, and then also with Beri as well. I really appreciated when you said, like, because I'm not sure everyone's backgrounds and stuff like that. I mean, I know you. Yeah. I know I'm learning you, but one of my favorite sayings is that it can always be worse, and I know that, like, my mom, like, particularly doesn't like that too much when I say that, because but coming from situations or being in situations or whatever, sometimes I just look back and I'm just like, man, I'm alive, I'm breathing.
Yep.
Some of my guys locked up, some of my guys dead. You know what I mean? A lot of my guys dead, a lot of my guys locked up, stuff like that. And so just even sitting here with y'all right now is a blessing. You know what I mean? Like, working at a brewery, crafting beer on a daily, and then this is my, like, post-work day. Like, that's just amazing in itself. And so when I reflect sometimes, and especially with the whole media blitz and all this stuff, the Star Tribune and all that stuff, you kind of just take a step back and you kind of just be like, man, this shit really could be a lot worse. You know what I mean? And so
no doubt.
I've been taking a lot of time recently to kind of just reflect on not dwell, but reflect on the accomplishments and some of the things that we've done over the last year, and then also reflect on where we want to go forward. Still some things I need to work on with like my family and other things like that. I still need to see my bro. It's been almost a year since I seen him. since we had our little issue and whatnot. And so there's still some things that I need to work through, but at the same time, I feel a lot better. I feel lighter. I feel a lot better. I feel more clear-headed, more level-headed, less angry, things like that. And so, yeah, no, I'm doing a lot better. I think reading has helped me a lot, and then also, this sort of stuff helps me a lot as well. Just talking through things and hanging out with my guys.
This is always
amazing, man.
One of the highlights of the week, and I love what you talked about as far as talking about the journey and the destination. Because sometimes I'm not going to say everybody, but a lot of times people in general look at the past and the negativity and focus on those things and get kind of lost in the present and looking toward the future. Just like we talk about Frequency Shift, our beer, which you can find at our writer, the Dabbler Depot, France 44, and Zips.
Very
But
beautiful.
like Frequency Shift, right? Looking at the past and using it as a tool to set your future up. That's what we do here on the Black Brewers Podcast. That's what you do with your music. You use the tools you've learned, the things you've been through in your life, and I'm sure you put those in your music because somebody may need that. Somebody may be listening to a song and like that song uplifted them, or watch a podcast and you're uplifted. So media could be good and bad, but it depends on how you intake it.
Definitely.
That was very beautiful, man.
Definitely.
That was very beautiful.
Yeah, man. I feel like, did we try this one over here though real quick?
No, we did not try that one.
All right.
You want to pop one of those?
Yeah, let's show Lakes and Legends some love. You know what I mean? But yeah, man. I really just am glad to be doing what we're doing right now, and hopefully we can keep things moving, keep things shaking. We keep having great, wonderful guests like Beri on, and yeah,
I'm on it.
showcasing.
I'm on it, man.
Keep showcasing the spotlight. We got a couple more things coming up in the next couple weeks. Can't wait to share with the greater public. But just know, we got it. It's coming.
I got one more thing. Make sure y'all come out Friday. E's Alt is dropping at Clutch. E is one of only 2 black women brewers in the state of Minnesota. This is her first recipe. It's going from 5 till they close at Clutch. Again, we want to see it blackety black like we did at our release party. We want to show this is some support, and we want to make sure we're intentional. So come out, again, Clutch Brewery in the Case and Keene building in St. Paul, 5 p.m. till whenever E's Art release. Check it out.
Oh yeah.
Can I make a plug real quick?
Oh,
Yeah, go ahead, man.
Plug all your
Do your
socials.
thing.
Plug
Do your
everything.
thing. 21.
Do you? Well, funny enough, on the 25th of this month, February, I will be performing at the Cedar Avenue with my boy King Swank. He's doing an Afrofusion. He's going to be DJing at an Afrofusion party. Fanaka Nation is going to be performing. OB Original is going to be performing. Mr. Salif Keita as well is going to be as well spinning. So we're going to be there. Like I said, I'll be performing with King Swank. Big Afrobeats vibes. And in general, like I said, check out the social media at That Boy Beri everywhere. Stay tuned. Reach out. We love to talk. We love to, we just love to meet people in the community. Once again, thank you to the Black Brewers Podcast for having me. Thank you, Jordan and Julia, for taking care of me again. Thank you to my team, my management, Japanese Productions. I love you. Thank you to my parents for bringing me to this world. I am, just very elated. Thank you to my life coach Naima for always giving me gems. Honestly, let's spread love, y'all.
Yeah.
Let's spread love.
And bro, you say you got a life coach?
Yeah, I have a life coach.
I'm trying to get like
This
this.
man is hurt. Real quick, what time is that show at the Cedar?
Doors open at 7 p.m. So be there early.
February 25th.
February
Super early.
25th.
Let's do it, y'all. Let's support
Super early.
Let's support this
And
brother,
come
man.
through.
Come see me on stage, and I'm a different animal on stage.
Hey,
honestly.
I like to hear that, man.
Honestly.
I want to see that energy. I'm there, so I work till 5. So
I work an
scared.
event that day, but I'll be done at 6. You said it
Okay.
starts at 7?
Yeah.
I'll be done. I should be back at DM cleared out by like 6:37. So I
Okay.
can
Yeah.
easily
You'll
swing
be there.
over.
I'm gonna meet
Yeah.
you at DM that night then.
You'll be there.
Let's do it.
And I
Let's
hope
go.
to see you guys there as well.
Hell yeah.
All right.
And with that, man, that's another episode of Black Brewers Podcast.
Get it.
love.
It's-
Love.
Love y'all out here, man. Please check us out on YouTube. Follow us on Instagram. Follow us on Twitter. Black Brewers Podcast on all platforms.
And Spotify
Peace.
too.
Signing out.